It's Does Anyone Else? This is a podcast hosted by Patrick McLellan. Does anyone else? We're gonna get to the bottom of stuff, and maybe a few uncalled for racist jokes. So yeah, sometimes you just gotta riff a terrible parody of Baby Come Back that I just made up on the spot. So yeah, I'm gonna start workshopping, freestyling some sort of theme song, something. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what. That's a pretty good one. Are there any songs that? No, there's no songs. Just some moron. Does anyone else think the sun is not real? It's actually, yeah, plenty of people. Does anyone else think that we never went to the moon? Does anyone else do too much heroin? Yeah, it's just like a lonely redneck drug addict that's just writing songs. I guess he didn't have the internet. He's just writing to the ether. So instead of posting on message boards or 4chan or whatever website or online community would ultimately radicalize him, he's just writing them in his lyrics. He's like, here's the song I wrote. It's called Here's Some Stuff I've Been Thinking About. Have y'all ever really thought that about teeth? I mean, they're made of bones. We eat food we got bone teeth. No, nobody's thought about bone teeth. Although, to give him some credit, and by him, the crazy. My characters are the most unrealistic. One in a million type guy. So yeah, this guy. I'm not even gonna finish it. It's going nowhere. I was just gonna say that I do like to frequently bring up that bird beaks are their mouths are bone knives, which is ultimately pretty terrifying. But no, sorry, I'm not trying to give solace to the crazy drug addicted redneck that doesn't have the internet and just writes conspiracy theories and questions things in song lyrics of bad songs. So not my best character. But they're not all winners. This is the Does Anyone Else podcast, in case you didn't hear the incredible song. I haven't decided if this is going to be the beginning of the show, and then I'm going possibly use the segment I recorded earlier when I was in the pool, and things were much dire at that point. So it's kind of funny to record same day, just a matter of an hour or so. But just to have completely different vibes up for the show coming in, that's kind of keeps things interesting. So, well, I mean, let's keep it a bean here. Things are still terrible, still without power. Lost at 5 a.m. on Monday. It's now 6:16. Make a devil's wish. 6:16. I know who likes 6:16s. That's Epstein. Yeah, sorry. I don't care if you're dead. If you're a pedophile, you're gonna get Jared. I think Jared. Those are old, worn broads for Jared from Subway. He was trying to fit as many fucking little tykes and toddlers into that pair of pants that he could. Ugh. Okay, no, we're not gonna. Sorry. There's something inside of me. Pause. That I for whatever reason, no matter what the topic is, whatever I'm talking about, I can't help but let at least a racist or a pedophilia joke fly for just no reason at all. Really, no bearing on anything. Just no reason for that. Sorry for bringing child victims into this. I mean, Jared, those big pants are funny, but it's not funny to picture him stuffing kids who he was ultimately trying to score with. That's not a good visual. But okay, so yeah, this is just tough times. Hurricane Burl burrowed through and has pretty much decimated the city. It honestly was either a Category 1 or it might have even weakened to a tropical storm right before it hit. But yeah, I've been in Houston just about my whole life. So I've been through big storms, all sorts of different hurricanes. This one had 5 or 6 straight hours of just insane wind. And I guess how they do the hurricane categories, it's not gusts of wind, it's sustained wind mile per hour. So it might not have got up to whatever I think it's 74 miles an hour or something to be a category. I don't know I'm not going to pretend like I know the different levels, but it was I've never seen a storm that was just steady wind for that amount of time. It was just nonstop. So I don't know. The whole city didn't have power, but it's now, Thursday, and it's 90s. It's it's so hot in Houston, and it's to the point where it is actually much more enjoyable outside in the elements and cooler. I guess because there's some air moving around, and in the house it's stagnant and just balmy, and it's hell. And yeah, so not only have I not had power, no ice, couldn't find any ice. There's no ice in the city either. And I've already made the Paul Wall joke, so I won't make that again. Let's see what I'll make it. Yeah, there's no ice in the city, so I guess some illegal immigrants will be celebrating, huh? All right, tally that. We got pedophilia and we got racism in early on. All right, sweet. That really wasn't. I mean, again, it's never hateful. Yeah, illegal immigrants would be pumped if they knew that there was no ice in the city. They'd probably be having what's a fiesta. They'd have a fun time. It'd be jubilant. They'd have a lot of Hamas. Yeah, because the J is H sounding, right? Yeah, jalapeno. Okay, so yeah, so it's not Jamas, it's Hamas still, but it's with a J. We're learning Spanish. Espanol, I believe, is what it's called. Obviously originated in somewhere. Actually, nobody truly knows. It's a mystery of where it originated. Some say the Babylonians and the Sumerians, they had to do some fuck ritual, and where the giant lizard gods and the Anunnaki watched. And that's how Spanish was born, through some sort of fuck ritual, where it was a what's the porn category where you have to ultimate submission, where like two people fight, could be two dudes, could be a couple, could be tag team, and it's just loser gets fucked pretty much. It's fun stuff. But yeah, so that's pretty much what it was. But anyway, so that's tangent on. Obviously, it's we're gonna keep it a mystery. So we'll figure out where Espanol came from. But Españolo. What was I? See, this is the problem with tangents. It's fun to go on them. It's fun to lie, make up facts about lizards and alien and ultimate submission. But I legitimately don't know what I was talking about. Spanish Jamas. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. See, I'm on a tangent off a tangent. So yeah. So ice. Yeah. So there's no ice, and I still don't have reliable phone service or any data. I don't know which one. I know what. Is it data or is it data? I know who Jared would like to data small child. All right. Well. And what's another one? And then DAT. All right. Yeah, my storage was full, and it cut off. So obviously, can't just be a hurricane. It's got to be technical difficulties. We got to get on the move now. We're gonna go see what's happening in the damaged world of the hurricane. So yeah, if you're listening to this, the entire episode. Well, I guess it can't be the entire because I did that part in the pool. But we're doing this from the Sequoia of tree fame. For I know a large percentage of my constituents. I'm not going to say constituents. I'm just going to say a large portion of people who are insane enough to enjoy my podcasts are super into dendrology. So obviously the Sequoia, one of the oldest trees, it dates back all the way back to the Triassic era. And pop quiz, does anybody know the genus? Yeah, obviously it's Sequoia dendron giganteum. Yeah, we all know that. So for those of you that are kind of stumped on this or just kind of in the dark, you might want to start doing some tree search. Anytime I say like a bad pun or a bad joke, I have just very, very clear and vibrant visions of like the entire town, the village, all with pitchforks and fires, just so upset and coming to kill me, which is pretty funny visual, and it's also, I deserve it. So yeah, we're in the Sequoia. Like I said, tree fame, or honestly, Sequoia could also be the name of a very attitude heavy black lady that works at a TSA, DMV, something like a Social Security office, some place where she is just over it before the day starts, and just no matter how nice you are, she has an attitude and just like completely stonewalls any kind of attempts at being nice or trying to make a joke or funny. She's just been completely drained by just having to deal with the dumbest people just nonstop, day in and day out. So I try to give those people, even though obviously I hate them just like everybody else, and I wish that they'd chill out, but I try to give them some grace, because they're, especially the TSA. Yeah, you can touch my wiener, whatever. I don't care. You can grab my tits. You can honk them or whatever you got to do to make sure I'm not a terrorist. I'm gonna make sure I'm not working for Hezbollah. It's like, yeah, make sure they go through the scanner and make sure they honk the tints and rub the wiener to make sure there's no bomb or some sort of, make sure that someone's not too sexy for the shirt. Yeah, you want to make sure that the right said Fred isn't sneaking into anything. All right, sorry, I gotta focus on driving. This is very bad to the bone of what I'm doing. But yeah, so I'm right now. Yeah, there's just debris everywhere, trees down, and honestly, there's just a lot of triage. Here, you want some trivia? Look, my bad. I didn't want to I want to get all the listeners barking. Barking. Man, I'm really sticking it to you. Stick? No, that really, no. My bad. I need to branch out. Honestly, I need a house band. Maybe the Roots. My bad. I'm not trying to throw any shade. Anyways, yeah, I was trying to be racist about Sequoia. I'm Sequoia. Ma'am, no, ma'am. This line over here, ma'am. This line over here, ma'am. Make sure you have the form filled out. It will not be accepted if it's not filled out properly. You will have to start over the process, ma'am. Yeah, my name is Sequoia, ma'am. Yes, I am the manager. Yes, ma'am. Yes, I am. Yes. All right. That got me out of the whole tree thing. All right. Yeah, I'll stop doing that. But so yeah, I mean, yeah, we like to goof and have fun. The only way to truly deal with a tragedy is to, well, hold on, you want to see, look at this, look at that tree right there, can you see that? That was a really, the video was a terrible tease. I couldn't stop in the middle of the road. In the middle of the road. That's not the song I was trying to think of. Oh, I was Meet in the Middle. Shout to Diamond Rio. And I start walking your way, you start walking mine. You meet in the middle, meet that whole Georgia pine. We gain a lot of ground when we both give a little. Ain't no road too long when you meet in the middle. I've been forced to with the no data. Data Bing. God, this is infuriating, and I do apologize. Yeah, I haven't been able to get on the internet. I haven't been able to really kill time. Honestly, if I had TikTok and just all the social media and bullshit to just mindlessly cycle through and scroll through, I could eat up a week without power very easily. But no, I've been forced to. Honestly, have you seen this new, I put in quotes, fad? It's called raw dogging flights, where just the dumbest men of all time they've been they're getting on planes, and there's no no snacks, no drink, no food, no entertainment allowed, no headphones, no pillow, like nothing. You just got to sit and stare straight ahead for an entire flight, and for some reason that's some sort of badge of honor. But I guess I can't officially say I've been raw dogging it, because I've been forced to read books. I listen to some terrestrial radio, which is, I don't know if you've listened to just the radio at any time recently, but it's an insane time capsule. Like, it was kind of nice for a while, even with the commercials that are just absurd. And it was just, I turned it on, and I went to the first station I hit was like I guess a alternative rock, or it was like a alternative rock, not quite classic or anything, but it was just right off the bat. Despite all my rage, I am still just a rat in a cage. And then that obviously went directly into an entire block of Stained, and just pretty much, it's all Stained all the time. And and then you pop on over to just a nice mix, easy listening, and it's almost always waiting by my house of fun. Don't know why I didn't come. I know why you didn't come. You had sex with a man who was not interested in your pleasure whatsoever, and just a moron that was a selfish lover, and wasn't concerned with getting you off at all. So I apologize that must have been a terrible experience, but something about waiting by the break of day. Don't know why my cousin's gay. went to the CVS. Then I came back into stress. The dogs are barking loud. I am looking at the clouds, and then I went and kissed a girl. Don't know why I watched My Name Is Earl. Then I came back to the sea. Don't know why I'm singing this. All right. So yeah, so I just cycled through that, and it was, yeah, just kind of crazy to see. But ultimately, I landed on the jams of all jams, and it was a country station. And one thing that I'm not the biggest country fan, but I will say this, that so one thing country does that a lot of other genres don't do, it's like broken down. Country, like there is no age. Like you can just, like you can be George Strait or you can be Morgan Wallen. Like it's all the same thing. So you can play different jams at the same time. So you can get that classics and not have to listen to like a specific station for that. So I think that's pretty funny. No, I just think that's, I think that's kind of cool that it does it like that. But let me see if I can get a closer. I think I can get a closer spot. But yeah, so I'm the pub is open, so I'm meeting my buddy up here at the bar, and it's gonna be nice. It's the first place in public I've been that's not a 93-degree house. So I am so pumped on that. Might pop into Blazing Walk. I walk this way. And then I might rock the walk. If you're honking at me, I will fuck you up. Just road rage to nobody. Yeah, I have so much just pent up emotions that I'm just, I end up just going away forever because I flip out and just kill a guy. And he just accidentally like bumped the horn. Wasn't even an aggressive move. Anyway, so back to the country. I was listening to the radio, get to the commercials, but then hit with some old school Travis Tritt. Baby, close that suitcase you've been packing. Oh, it's such a jam. Just sit down and talk to me a while. I know you tried to tell me what was lacking. I must have missed it by a mile. That's a jam. Girl, this time I swear to you I listen. Yeah, it's pretty tight. Help me understand where I went wrong. I hate to let myself in this position. Scared that I'll go crazy once you're gone. Help me hold on to what we had. Once our love was strong, it can't be again. You said it takes time to make love last. You were right all along, so help me hold on. That's a little Travis Tritt. Yeah, I played that, and then it went into Creole Williams. Moved down the dirt road. Made homemade wine like nobody I know. Went by one Friday night, said, can you help me, Creole? I got something about a lady who want to treat her. Yeah, I'm not. Don't go to. Here, let me give you some advice. Don't go to Creole Williams' house. He's leading you down into a dirty basement. You're about to be killed. It's a Dahmer situation. You're about to get hit with some sort of poison, GHB, and you're going to get a drill to the head. He said, move down to Conway, since he turned down the lights and said, yeah. He said, I got what you need, son, and be down in the cellar. Brushed off the cobwebs as he turned on the light and said, there might be a little dust on the bottle. That's because it's poison and you're going to murder me. But don't let it fool you about what's inside. Yeah, because it's poison. Creole Williams, down a dirt road and leading people into the basement. If you're selling illegal booze, I don't know, anyway. Might be a little dust on the bottle. The sun and dew. I don't know. All right, well, I got to go into that was a very zany segment. But yes, everything is still dire and terrible. I'm going to go have a few pops, watch some baseball, yell something racist. I'm not going to yell anything racist. I love all my people. Shout out to Sequoia. Sequoia, where you at? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, where's Burl at? Okay, we'll leave you on this. Here's some that's probably pretty racist. Burl, the hurricane's name, legitimately sounds like it was either named by or happens to be an acquaintance of Medea. Like you could see Medea, she goes to prison or whatever, and she's got her gun, and she's always mad. Yeah, she's rooming with old Burl. Oh, dusty ass old Burl. So I'm gonna pop a cap in her ass. I don't know how Medea yells about. Medea does rule as a character. Pretty funny stuff. But there was a tiny little Asian lady that scared the hell out of me. She like popped up. Whoa, okay, I can't. It was about to be racist. They're such a tiny little family, and they're going to the Blazing Walk. Don't do the accent. They're just so tiny. But yeah, I was like, you might have seen, you probably saw them. Oh yeah, it's on camera, so you'll see them snuck up and hurry up and buy. Okay, I'm not gonna do that. All right. Anyway, so yeah, Burl, Medea named it. It's a black name. Sequoia, Burl, racism. Hey, I'm the victim of a hurricane, so you cannot. Yeah, I'm marginalized by this. I have no power. I'm at my wit's end, and yeah, I'm wearing a bucket hat. I haven't taken this off. I'm just singing a bunch of old school country hits. I'll sing more. But before I go, I wanted to inform everybody that I'll do this later so I can get into depth. I want to give it some time. All right. Arrivederci. See, that was for all my wops. I shouldn't have said that. All right. Until next time. This episode's going to be a wild one. Goodbye.